people want to work with people that they know, like, and trust. And a lot of that is people that we know or have worked with before. So we focus a lot on our database.
I'm Maude and this is the Realtors Conspiracy Podcast, where we crack the code to real estate success. Learn from top realtors, entrepreneurs, and innovators about how to grow your business as we discuss real estate success stories, mindset, processes, motivations, and the key to their success. This week, I'm speaking with Matthew Maguire from the Maguire team. Matthew and the team's view on what real estate should be all about is simple. It's all about caring for people. For them, when real estate is not just about the transaction, they get to genuinely connect with people. His recipe to building and growing is long-term, as he is focusing on nurturing his database, generating new business, and asking for referrals. Join me as he shares key actions to his success story with us. Let's get to my chat with Matthew. Hi Matt, thanks for joining us on the episode today. Tell us, what is the key to your success?
Hey Maude, yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. The key to my success, I think our team is very focused on helping people, doing whatever we can to help our clients succeed in their goals and their life goals and in their moves. So I would say that has helped us and me specifically, be very successful. A lot of people think you can focus on the transaction and on the money, and you kind of have to ignore that. If you just focus on helping people, how can you help your clients? How can you do whatever you can to make sure that they're successful? Focusing on educating them, guiding them through this confusing process, and ultimately making them the hero of this story, right? They're the center of attention here. And I think if you focus on helping people, all the success, the transactions, that will all follow.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to look at it. Not just transactional, but people. It's people.
Yes, exactly. For sure. Yeah.
How does that show up in your day-to-day? Do you have processes in place? Do you have things that you focus on to make sure you take care of your clients?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously in real estate, the day-to-day is a little different each and every day, but yeah, exactly. We try to stick to schedules or stick to time blocking. So blocking out certain times where in the morning, usually I'm waking up, it's a workout first. And then, like you said, using systems or software to look at who are the people that we need to touch base with, whether it's this week, next month. And then also with our transactions, what needs attention? Do we have stuff closing this week, next week? So using systems to kind of follow all that, that's usually later in the morning. And then after that, it's things like, we do a lot of video and try to create content for our clients and database. So, when we talk about helping our clients and how we can make them successful, we focus a lot on client or inward facing marketing or promotion. So giving value to our clients or just touching base with them, right? You want to be top of mind. And people want to work with people that they know, like, and trust. And a lot of that is people that we know or have worked with before. So we focus a lot on our database. So it could be something as simple as sending a quick 10-15-second video to say, happy birthday, hope you guys are doing well. Nice. And then once all that's out of the way, it's usually appointments in the afternoon or the evening, whether it's showings or listing presentations, things like that.
Yeah, that's great. When you think of touching a base with your database, do you have a specific order you want to do it? Do you just jump in and just be in the moment, or do you plan it ahead?
It's mostly planned, but it can be, sometimes you're thinking of someone or you're driving by someone's house and you give them a call. But, we do have a marketing plan that we follow, that we've kind of set it as a team. So, when it's Father's Day, obviously we're doing Father's Day activities, Mother's Day activities, but then the monthly things, like I mentioned, birthday videos, that's a huge thing that we do. And I think it's really powerful, just, waking up and seeing at 8 a.m. your realtor has left you a 10-second video and that they're thinking of you. We get really good response from that. Yes. And also, yeah, like you said, just sometimes it's a little random where, like, I'll be driving by somewhere in Ancaster, drive by a client's house and just give them a call, let them know you're thinking of them. And it's never a a pitch or a business call with past clients, it's always inquiring to see what's going on in their life, how are they doing? And obviously everyone wants to talk about real estate. So it usually comes back to real estate and things like that. But I would say we do have a schedule we follow, and then, throw in some calls here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, makes sense. Perfect sense. Nurturing your data.
Yeah,
Do you,
exactly.
yeah, you mentioned your marketing plan. Do you have any marketing effort that you put on to lead generate, to get new clients, to grow that database on a daily, weekly basis?
We do, yeah. So we focus a lot, and this comes from our coaching, we want 30% of our business to be repeat past clients, 30% to be referral, and 30% new business. And that'll help you kind of build a stable business
Yes.
while growing your business. So that's why we talk about the database a lot, because obviously, that is the repeat and the referral. But then there is the new business side of things. So it's different for every agent. I'd say you kind of have to test out what you like, what you're good at, what you don't like. There's door knocking, there's open houses, online leads. Everyone's good at different things. But we, depending on what agents are doing and what agents like to do, we are spending, marketing efforts in those activities to generate leads, and then also keep up with leads and keep in touch with leads. Obviously, we want to provide value, like I've been saying. So, what can we do on a monthly base to provide value to our database? And maybe it's, a lead you talked to 6 months ago and they're still getting your marketing monthly. A lot of people are silently watching. You may not hear from them, and then you'll get a call from them 6 months later, and they've been seeing your emails or seeing your videos or your updates or anything like that. So, doing as much as we can in areas that you enjoy, obviously. So
I love the team dynamic because you have, like you said, someone could be door knocking, someone could be better online, not liking door knocking and phone calls and so on. How does your team keep each other accountable in each area?
yeah, so we do have a new operations manager on our team. So she has been doing a lot of the accountability. So we have one-on-ones with her every other week, and she's keeping us on, we write goals at the start of the year, and they're not just professional goals, like I want to make this much money or do this many deals. It's also personal goals in your personal life. So she keeps us accountable to those. And typically it's, based on how many appointments we're doing or how many calls we're making. So touching base, how are you doing? If you're not doing well, how can she assist, or what can we do differently to kind of improve upon that? To hit those goals and those leading indicators, and ultimately to, close deals or book new business and things like that. So
Nice, very good.
yeah.
When you think about closing deals and getting new business, when you do have a listing, what kind of effort do you put in place to leverage that listing and get the next listing or continue that ball rolling?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different points, obviously, here. One would be, like you said, getting the next listing. So whether it's sending out flyers through, with your help, so right away, getting out flyers in the area to say, we've sold this property. Pre-pandemic, we were doing more door knocking with those. We found since the pandemic, people are a little more closed off, especially during it, to physically drop flyers off, especially if you're doing a large space. But getting flyers out into the area, door knocking, and then the other potential opportunity there is finding a buyer for the property. So, you'll get online leads, whether it's realtor.ca or wherever it may be, and showing them the property, whether it's through a showing or through doing an open house at the property. And if they're not buying that house, which is usually very unlikely, it's keeping in touch with the people that you meet from that listing, and trying to help them moving forward. Because especially if it's an open house, maybe 0.1% of people are going to buy the actual house that they walk into with you, but they often need help in finding a house. And, we try to keep in touch with them and, set up a preliminary appointment just to get a feel for what they're looking for and how we can help, and hopefully help them along the way to find something. So,
Yeah, no, that's the
yeah.
process, right? It's all about
Yeah, exactly.
how do you generate
Yes.
clients? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. So we talked a lot about your team, now processes and your operations manager, but yourself, what is one quality that you have that you know got you to where you are today as a realtor?
I think I take this from my mother, Linda, as well. I'm a very people-oriented person.
Right.
So I love meeting new people, and that's kind of this business, like you said at the start, it's a people business. And so whatever daily activity you're doing, whether you're working, you're getting coffee, you're golfing, whatever it might be, is trying to meet people and really creating relationships with people. I think a lot of people just say hi in passing, but trying to ask questions and get to know people. So I think building those types of relationships and learning from, both of my parents in the business and how they've built these relationships, because a lot of their best friends, actually most of their best friends that, I see them with, came from clients, or were clients 10, 12, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I didn't really understand that or know that, but seeing how they've built these relationships into, long lasting friendships and, true friendships is pretty amazing. And I think about that a lot in my day-to-day activities or
Right.
interactions with clients. So
And that's a true testament to their ability to not look at it as a transaction, but more how can I support people because they stay in their life years and years later.
exactly.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So second generation realtor, you work with both your parents. What's the best
Yes.
advice you've ever received?
Yeah. Ooh, that's tough. I think, and my dad won't mind me saying this, it comes from my mom. She's been in it about 10 years longer than him. So, and it's not a direct quote, but her drive is really prevalent when you're with her, whether it's for 5 minutes or for 5 hours or 5 days. And she's always had the mindset of, do whatever it takes and do whatever it takes to help your clients to get this done, to get that listing sold, help that buyer get that property. And we, take a lot of that into what we do. So trying to do things differently, but just putting in the effort to, really go the extra mile. And when we work with clients and we're done, and whether it's getting Google reviews or just debriefing at the end, that's usually a common theme that comes up is, you guys really went the extra mile, or you really put in the work and did what, we hired you to do. So
Nice.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a really good advice. And then thinking of you in terms of growing your side of the business or you as a realtor, what are you excited about in the industry or what are you looking forward to?
Yeah. I think it's an exciting industry because, like we'd mentioned, you're always meeting new people, which I really love. And the industry and the market's always changing. It's never really the same month to month. There's new technologies, and sometimes it might be a little overwhelming with how much technology and change there is. But if you can kind of keep a level head and just adapt with it. One thing has been video. I mean, just like this, right? Being able to do things like this and provide content and powerful content that people want to see,
Yeah,
to whether it's clients, whether it's to other agents in this case, but providing value, I'd say. So I think for me, the next step in growing the business will be doing more video and mostly education based. And again, kind of a common theme, like we were saying at the start, it's not to get transactions. We want to put out the content out there. And, someone might watch our videos for a year or two. And then eventually when it's time to buy, we want them to think of us and
yeah,
kind of the reciprocal of giving. Yeah.
love it. Yeah, giving,
Yeah.
educating, knowledge, right? That's cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you have, like, you're into coaching and growing your business? Do you have any author, books, any resource or references you're looking for to help you grow?
Um, we do get a lot of recommendations. Like you said, we do coaching with Richard Robbins, which has been great. And I think that's where we get a lot of one, motivation, as well as kind of content and ideas from.
Nice.
A lot of the other people in these coaching communities are either top agents or very motivated people. And they're not just local, they're all across the country, which has been a great opportunity with Zoom, being able to meet with all these people in these little communities that, work in British Columbia, but they're market is the same, or they're in the same business, so their ideas really still work with us. As opposed to authors and everything like that. I'm not a huge reader. I watch a lot of videos, but currently I'm gonna forget the author, but currently reading books like Never Split the Difference. We also, as a team, read the Story Brand book. So kind of building your story, and that kind of where you hear me talking about guiding clients through the process and making them the hero of the story, has really helped with almost our mantra and what we look to do with clients. So.
That's amazing. It all comes together, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Very cool. Thanks for sharing all of your tips and tricks and your growth. Tell us where we find you and your team. How do we see all those videos you posted?
Yeah, you can find our team anywhere, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube at the Linda Maguire team. And that's where most of our content is.
Amazing. Thank you. Very refreshing. Very great to hear your story, and excited to see you grow and grow even more in the business.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for joining. Subscribe to our podcast, Realtors Conspiracy, today.